taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there is no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play action. It's Darnold. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Jalen Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now off the bootleg, Darnold.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold.
To the right side and intercepted.
Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Oh, what a move.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Darnold from the gun. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
And the Seahawks first down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Seattle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Here now a 3rd and 20. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And that one complete downfield to Cup. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run again with Walker. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. Now Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We'll pause for an injury. That's the quarterback, Sam Darnold, in need of some assistance following that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying...
Down the numbers. There he goes. He's to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Seahawks, nothing. Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Locke going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Got an open man. It's McLeod. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. The Falcons at 11-1 now on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready, break! Set up! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Set up!
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 164 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Back to Robinson now on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ray McCloud from 10 yards out. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
That's the score. Falcons 21, Seahawks 6. Bradley Pinion set to
Now
kick
Pinion
off.
with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Locke to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing now is Locke. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 72.
Penix working out of the gun here. That is caught. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Penix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Yeah, the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. An attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards. And the Seahawks first down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. 180 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd down and 1. Looking to throw, Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Into space at the 45. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
On the Seahawks 30-yard line.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Locke. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw in his lock. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. It's Locke. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And looking to throw, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 22-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To Walker on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Going up top for Kupp. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 46 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 24-yard line.
To the air, Penix. And caught by London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throws right back to London, complete again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in and of his end.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, go!
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Penix going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Set up! 19-18!
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. There's Robinson showing the flash. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 215 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Set! Cowboy 80!
Algier. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go! Hawks!
Robinson is into the end end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown of the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Locke working out of the gun. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
Here's Locke. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man.
And this is going to be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll throw with Penix. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Penix. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back got completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go now.
To throw again is Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Robinson up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 233 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Jet sweep. Here's London. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 2 now. Second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on third and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
Okay, break.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a fourth here. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Block now to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on a free kick. And that's a big mistake.
Reload! Reload! 18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! Ready, ready!
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Now he's into the clear again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 43 yards. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two. They'll try and throw with Penix. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum. And now off to the races down the right side. Look at the big man rumble. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A play fake. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
44-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?